All right, this is our linear warm-up. So Erin's here, she's gonna help take us through this. What we wanna do is we wanna get the body ready to move, so we're gonna go through some movements. We're gonna go through a dynamic portion of this, but to get started, we're gonna start with our central nervous system prep. So Erin's gonna take us through this. What we're gonna start off with is a T-jack. So Erin, lead us through that. Arms out nice and wide with the feet. Now, what we'll do is we'll do this for about 20 seconds. Now, if you want to kick it up a notch, what you can do is you can do a crossing version of this. So we're going to go a little faster. Erin's going to do that. There we go. Back and forth, crossing the arms and the feet. Great. Now, we're going to go down on the ground. We're going to get into a half kneeling position. So one knee up, one knee down. You can see here, Erin's knee's at 90 degrees here. She's at 90 degrees here. Nice tall posture. She's going to grab that left ankle and she's going to take her knee toward her toe. So she's going to push back and forth, driving the heel down into the ground and then coming back every time. This is just working to try to increase ankle mobility to help reduce knee issues and injuries there and get more flexible in the ankle. So we're going to turn and actually have you face this way. Same thing, so as you can see here, she's driving that knee right over top of her toe. She's going to go back and forth, nice and easy. We do about 8 of these on each side. So after that, what we're going to do is we're going to stay in this half kneeling position. I'm going to have you turn and face that way. And we're going to do a half kneeling hip flexor stretch. Same thing, 90 degree angles here on the knees. She's going to stay nice and tall. What she's going to do is she's going to squeeze her backside on the down knee here. Nice and easy. She's going to feel a stretch on the front side of her hip. We're going to hold that for about 10 to 15 seconds. And we're going to get a stretch on the hip there. So what we'll do is we'll flip and reverse that, do it on both sides. Now, while Erin's in the half kneeling position, we're going to have her go through some arm action. So go ahead and let's face back that way. Nice tall posture. We're going to work on, as she gets a slight lean forward here with her knee still at 90 degrees, we're going to work on getting those hands moving. So I'm going to give her a signal and she's going to exchange those hands there. Ready? Set, go! See, so her hands coming up here nice and high, hands extending out back behind like she's throwing a hammer behind her. So we're going to go through that. We'll do about 6 to 8 of those on each side, and so we've got that with our arm action. Next, we're going to go right into a split squat. So we're going to get dynamic here. So she's going to dig her back toe down to the ground, hands behind her head. She's going to come up nice and tall, and she's going to do about 8 of these on each side. Under control, coming down and up, making sure she doesn't push back. She's coming straight up, keeping all the pressure on that front leg. So we're going to do about 8 of those, okay? Now, we're going to come back and we're going to get blood pumping just a little bit more. So Erin's going to stand up. We're going to do a little more central nervous system, a little CNS prep here. So we're going to do up, up, back, back. So I'm going to have you face that way, and we're going to go for 20 seconds here. Ready? Go. Getting dynamic, we want to get that blood pressure, we want to get the blood pumping, so we want to get some tissue work. That's great. So we'll do about 20 seconds worth of that. Now, I'm going to have Erin lay back down. She's going to lead us through a single leg hip lift here. All right? We're going to plant the left foot down on the ground. Let's plant the right foot. Heel down in the ground. She's going to pull this knee in toward her chest. Nice and easy. She's going to raise her hips up to the ceiling and get moving there. So nice and easy. We're going to go up and down. We're going to do 8 of those on each leg. If this is difficult for one of your athletes, what we can do is we can put both feet down at a 90 degree angle there and do a double leg hip lift. So she'll take that up and down, and we're going to do about 8 of those. So from that, we're going to have Erin stay on her back. What she's going to do now, I'm going to have you scoot forward just a little bit. What she's going to do now is a scapular floor slide. So this is great for the shoulders. So here, she's going to push her low back in the ground. She's going to keep her knees at 90 degrees, low back down here. Her elbows and the backs of her hands are going to stay pressed into the ground. She's going to reach up over her head, taking a deep breath in and blowing it out as she reaches her hands up, and then she's going to pull her hands back down. We're going to go through 8 of these. So nice and easy, she's going to press it up, blow that breath out, and she's going to take that up as high as you can. Now, we really want to make sure that we drive this elbow and the hand, the back of the hand, into the ground to help work that scapular mobility. Okay, so from here, we're going to go into a cat camel. Erin's going to get in a quadruped position on all fours, hands underneath her shoulders, knees are underneath of her hips here. What she's going to do is she's going to rotate here in her back. She's going to go arch up, big arch up like a cat, and then she's gonna go down and drop her hips back like a camel. So as she comes up, her chin's gonna come up, and as she raises her back, her chin is gonna tuck down toward her sternum. So here, up and easy. We're gonna do that 8 times. We're gonna rotate up and down, nice and easy. Get that hip moving, get the shoulders moving. We're gonna work there. So once we do that, we're gonna stand back up. Now, we're gonna do some tuck jumps. All right, tuck jumps are really important. Another central nervous system prep. She's gonna put her hands out in front of her. Now what she's gonna do is repeatedly jump in the same place. We're gonna try to put the feet right back down. Knees do not come together, and we're gonna try to raise our knees up to 90 degrees. So we're gonna do this for about 20 seconds. Ready, go. Good, nice job. So we'll do that for about 20 seconds. After that, we're gonna go into a couple of our single leg postures. We're gonna do a single leg deadlift body weight. So Erin's gonna plant her left foot down into the ground. She's gonna have a slight knee bend on that left side. Now, as she goes down, she's gonna reach her arms out forward, and she's gonna stay strong, head to heel, strong as steel on that back leg side. So she's gonna reach on out here. Good. Nice and easy, and then we'll do 8 of those on each side. We'll flip around and do the other leg as well. Now we're gonna go into a kickstand scoop. So she's gonna kick her left leg out in front of her. She's gonna have a bend in her right knee. Now she's gonna reach down and try to rake the turf or rake the ground here. Nice and easy, get a stretch on that hamstring, move there. Good. And we're gonna go through again 8 of those on each side. Now, from there, we're gonna do a quad pull. So she's gonna get in a nice tall position here. She's gonna bring her right foot and she's gonna pull it up behind her and try to get that heel toward her butt. She's gonna stay nice and tall at first. And if she can hold that position, she's gonna reach down and try to touch her toe here. Good. Come on back up. Nice and tall. Let's go ahead and do that again. Same thing. Reach. And down. Good. So that is our quad pull. Now we're gonna go into some band work. So Erin is gonna take a band, a mini band that we have. We're gonna wrap that right around her feet. So over top of her feet here. She's gonna lay on back and bring her knees up to a 90-degree position here, toes pointed back toward her shins. And now she's gonna extend out one leg at a time while holding this leg, the opposite side leg, as high as you can with the knee. We're trying to work the hip flexor on this side here. So while she's working and extending on this side, we're actually working on this opposite hip flexor. So here we go, we're gonna go back and forth. We're gonna do 8 of those on each side. Now, when she's done with that, we're gonna take that band right where she's at and we're gonna wrap it up around her knees. So she's gonna pull that up. Now Erin's gonna stand up and we're gonna go through some of our vertical jump warm-up protocols. So I'm gonna have you go ahead and turn and face the camera here. So we're gonna do our snap down first, all right? So the first thing she's gonna do is we're gonna work to make sure we use the band to keep the knees apart and to give some feedback there to make sure that we don't get in this knee, this valgus collapse position, okay? So we're giving her some feedback here. She's gonna reach her arms straight up overhead. She's gonna get up on her toes. When I say snap, she's gonna snap down and get into an athletic position. So set, snap, set, snap, set, snap, set, snap. Good. What we'll do is we'll go through about 5 of those. Now, after that, we're gonna go from a snap down into a vertical jump. So we're gonna take the same thing with the band around the knees, give a little feedback, nice tall posture, set, snap, up, and down. Great. Really making sure that the knees don't come together, making sure that the feet land in the same position, they land at the same time, nice and soft sound, so we don't have this loud clunk as we land. So we're gonna do it again. Set, snap, one more time. Set, snap. Good. Nice job. We're gonna go into our band walks. So Erin's gonna start off in a lateral position. She's gonna have the band around her knees and she's gonna step out, pushing off her right foot and bringing it back. She's gonna step and replace. Nice and easy. Bring it out. Great posture. Don't let those knees collapse. And then she's gonna go back the opposite way to the right So she's gonna drive off the left foot here, keeping that right knee right on top of her foot and making sure her feet don't come back together. We wanna work those hip abductors. Now, she's gonna turn and face the other way. We're gonna do a monster walk. So, a linear, nice tall posture. She's gonna keep the band around her knees, and she's gonna take wide steps and short feet here. She's gonna walk, get her hands moving with her legs, nice and tall, and then she's gonna take it on back. So she's gonna go backwards. And that's our linear and lateral band walks. Now we're gonna go through our dynamic warm-up. So Erin is going to start by marching right in place. She's gonna do 5 marches, and then she's gonna begin to skip. She's gonna drive her knees to the ceiling, drive her shoelaces to the ceiling as well. We wanna crack the concrete here, 15 skips, and then she's gonna jog it out, and she's gonna break. Now Erin's gonna lead us through a reverse march and skip. So she's gonna march 5 times here, and then she's gonna skip backwards, driving the knees and the shoelaces to the ceiling, getting her arms moving, and then she's gonna go into a back pedal, nose over toes, come on back and break down. All right, now we're gonna go through our wall drills. Erin's gonna put her hands straight out from her shoulders, and then she's gonna take her left foot, put it down into the ground with her heel slightly off the ground, and now she's gonna raise her right knee up. She's gonna be just under a 90-degree position with her toe pointed to the ceiling. This is our wall hold. This is our wall posture hold. Now, from here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into a single exchange. So what she's gonna do is drive that right foot down, and she's gonna snap her left knee up with her shoelaces to the ceiling as well. Set, go, 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 go. Now, relax. We're gonna go into a double exchange. So, same position, nice and tall. She's gonna bring that knee up, and then we're gonna do 2 exchanges. So here we go. Set, go, boom, boom, set, go, 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 go. Good. All right, now we're gonna go through our linear acceleration. What we're gonna do is have Erin in an athletic position, and she's gonna work on her plyo step here. So we're gonna have her take off. Set, go.